Coach, just a stone's throw from here, the bikers and joggers, they're lighting the shores of Lake Michigan, and rightfully so, but we've got some football business to take care of at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Chicago Bears. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Mayfield looks to throw. Got an open man. It's Radley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down.
Regular. Point it right. Regular.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joseph now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Down. 10 logo.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
8 feet. Protein still.
It's a gain
Go.
of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Hey, Zoo. Zoo.
On 3rd down, Stewart. And Robinson with a big catch. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Yep.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Stewart on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check 31. Check 31.
Hey, alert 33.
Switch.
I got.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Check 43.
General West. Hey, alert 33.
We're getting some penetration.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Right here, right here.
Check 26.
King, King, King.
The Mike. 58.
Pilot, 64, weak. Run, run, run.
On second down, it's Hunt. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
180.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Watch the eye.
Real. 6-6, pull it high. Real. Hey, high 7.
I'm coming.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Regular. Check.
They'll run on first down. Hunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the Bears' 20-yard line.
Hurry.
Mike, 58, right there.
Alert. Hurry.
On second and 12, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 37. Hey, alert. Point it right. Hey, orbit.
Check my 21. Come to my world.
We won.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Got it.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
22 Jet Bomber. Get it.
Now his shotgun handoff to Cohen. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
70, Indy. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, flag. 5.
51, Mike 51. I got one.
Let go.
Throwing on first down. Stewart. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run on second down with Cohen, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Stewart. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll find Hall. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Looking to throw. Stewart throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Yes.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
It's 3rd and 10.
The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Stewart, and that is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Good.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. He'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Alert, 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 alert.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Ricky, 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 Ricky.
Mayfield to throw it. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. On first down, it's Hunt, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Regular. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
58, boys, 58.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Just heavy on the edges. And 58's the mic. 58's the mic. You must be dreaming.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Under 10. King.
Check 13.
Sponge. No.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Tighten up.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Set, ready, 30 base.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Hey, Mike 51.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
25, check 25.
Back.
Stewart now on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stewart. The screen pass here to Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Their first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 at the 19. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Trying to lay one up deep, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood. Ready?
To throw is Stewart, operating from the gun. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They try again with Cohen. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Ready, set.
Mike 51, Mike 51. On the ball. 51's Mike.
Speed grip.
Now Stewart to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
Now Hunt. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it, kill, switch it. Kill, kill, kill. Slam. Slam.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
36, 30.
Hey, 133. What's that? What's that?
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Mayfield now from the 50. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Below Nichols. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Wide, get wide. Pistol.
Now Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
King! Hurry! Point it right.
Second and 5 now. Mayfield incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Regular.
Check back 21. Check back 21.
Go.
Hey, check back 21. Check back 21. Let's go, defense. Hey,
Big time drive, man.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, exit.
Stewart going to throw again. He's got Burton here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Put that team on the bus. Let's go.
Bravo.
Number 53, Mike. Let's go.
Here's Stewart. From the gun, he'll throw. Steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Stewart. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The Bears on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third down and 12. On third down, a run with Cohen. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. Stewart now, throwing on fourth down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
The 20. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw again, Stewart. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
56. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Real. Topper!
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a third and long now after the sack.
Regular. He's checking crunch. Check out read. Check. Crunch. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Hey, alert 33.
Check.
Pistol.
Third and long for Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Now Mayfield lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Protein spill. Real.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
To throw, Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Check 56. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Point it right.
56.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield on play action. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The Browns on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On third down, here's Hunt. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the intercept. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. cheatom256's. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Go. You're out.
Back to throw. Stewart. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Stewart. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And they'll get him down here at the 23. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Leo.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
To throw is Stewart. Throwing on 4th down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Danielle Hunter. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Good. 180.
Mike, 58, right there.
Up, left.
Go. That's the way.
Up, left.
58, come on.
I got you.
Mayfield on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Now Stewart throwing on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Stewart to throw again. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
That's where you belong.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Stewart on third down. He finds Robinson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
14 yards.
Number one.
First and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stewart now throwing again. This one into the hands of Burton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Back to throw. Stewart. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Check 50.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Browns' 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Here I come. Watch twist.
Again, it's Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Stewart. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Browns, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-1.